weather is doing a very funny thing. It looks very sunny, but you probably can't tell it's raining on me right now. So we'll see how this goes. I might have to stop if I get too wet or something, maybe. It's extreme. It's extreme Pilates. Anyways, arms, abs, ass. I've added ankle weights that I'll use on my wrists as well. If you have them, add them for an extra challenge. If you don't, no worries. It's still a great workout. So starting standing with those ankle weights on and just reaching up and over, side bend to the left. And slowly start to roll forward, reaching across the body down towards your mat and rolling through center and slowly shifting over to the left side, coming up to a side bend on the left. Trying to roll that top shoulder back, open up the chest to the sky. And then rolling down, reaching across the body for your mat. Coming through center. And slowly rolling to the left side, coming up in a side bend here. Roll that top shoulder back. Lovely. And then hands on your hips. Just bring one knee up and open it out wide, and we alternate. Just opening up the hips. Step out, step out. We lift forward and then external rotation. Four, three, two, one. We switch now. That knee starts wide and we bring it in and forward and lower. Wide and in. Wide and in. One more each side. All right. And then inhale, reach up, lengthen the body. And then exhale, soft squat, swing those arms in front. And reach. Exhale, squat, swing those arms. Just starting to increase the blood flow. Warm up the body. Send the booty back. Connecting to your breath. Lengthen, lengthen. You can add a little calf raise, drop the heels, and then squat. Lengthen and squat. Just two more. Last one. All right, let's hold that right arm up to the sky, left hand on your hip, and just lift that right leg out wide and lower. So using the right glute med and right obliques to lift that leg as high as you can. If reaching that right arm up gets a little too tiring for the shoulder or too challenging for your balance, you can just bring it down to your hip. Last two, we hold it out and hold, draw little circles with those toes, point and reach that leg away, soft bend in your standing leg, and switch direction of that circle. 3, 2, 1, and then we reach elbow to knee, extend. Pull in and reach. Coming into the side, so you're not bringing that knee in front of you, keeping it nice and wide. Open up the hip, crunching into that right oblique. You can pick up the pace here a little bit. Once you find your balance, crunch and reach. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake it out. And we switch. Left arm reaches up. Lift that left leg nice and wide and lower. Soft bend in your standing leg. Lift as high as you can from that left glute med. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out, draw those circles. Point the toes. And switch direction. And lastly, knee to elbow, nice and wide, and reach. Lengthen and crunch. You might want to keep your gaze in one spot to help you balance. Reach. Last 4. Pick up the pace, last 2. Last 1. Nice job, shake it out. All right, so let's step the left foot forward, right foot back. You're gonna reach those arms overhead, tall spine, hinged forward. And from here, you're gonna lift that right knee nice and high, step back, lunge, and press up. Lunge, lift, lunge, lift. So arms are swinging down as that knee comes up. Getting a little cardio here. Pick up the pace when you're up for it. Step and kick. Nice and high. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that lunge down. Stretch. Drop that left arm. Reach that right arm up and over to the left side. Bend. Big opening of the right side body and hip flexor. Feels so good. And come on up to stand. All right, we switch. Right foot forward, left foot back. Hinge forward, reach those arms overhead. Tall spine, plug belly in. And left knee high, step back. Lift, press. My balance is harder on this side. Pick up the pace when you're ready. Get that knee high and step. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that lunge. Reach. Drop the right arm. Left arm up and over, side bend. And come on up, just stand. Make your way to the back of your mat. Tucking chin to chest, slowly rolling down. Reaching for your mat. Soft bend in the knees. And walk out to your down dog. Pedal it out. Lift that left leg nice and high. Bend the knee, open that hip up. Roll out the ankle. Such a nice psoas stretch. And And then pull that left knee into your chest, and we pump down to the mat and back to chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it through. Drop that back knee, untuck the toes, and just lift here and stretch. Hands back to the mat. Step back, high plank. Lift the hips, down dog. Right leg nice and high. Bend the knee, open it up. Big stretch, roll the ankle. Pull that knee into your chest. Pump it down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it through. Untuck the back toes. And lift up in the slow lunge. Stretch. Hands back to the mat. Send that leg back. Open the knees wide. Press back to a child's pose. Alright, coming up to hands and knees. And for this series, if your wrists become tired, feel free to come down to forearms. So plug that belly in, neutral spine. Extending that left leg long on the left side of your mat. We're going to start with the rainbows. Draw that leg up and over to the other side of your mat and back. Keep plugging belly in. Up and over. Point the toes. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that bent knee back to the mat. You're going to lift that bent leg up, extend. Now we're flexing the foot, bend, and lower. We lift, extend, bend, and lower. Try to keep your weight evenly distributed through your hips and hands. That stabilizing glute is really feeling this. Last 2. Last one, you guessed it, we're going to hold that flexed foot up to the sky, pulse it up for 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Knees wide, and just lower the chest from here. Reach those arms out for puppy pose. So you're keeping the hips right above the knees, dropping the chest. Coming back up, we switch. Right leg long on the right side of your mat. Rainbows up and over to the left and back. Really lift up and over. Last 4. Last 2. Last 1. And bend that knee in. Flex the foot now. We lift that bent leg. Extend, bend, and lower. Lift, extend, bend, lower. This move really lifts that butt. Feel it in the hamstring. Last two. Here we go, last one. And flex that foot, pulse it up. For 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower. Nice job. We're gonna swing. Actually, hang on. Come back here. Let's extend the right leg back. Reach the left arm up, open up to the sky, and then thread the needle through from here. Coming to your left shoulder. Just getting that nice deep twist of the spine. And lift back up, reach, and lower. You switch, left leg back, right arm reaches, open up, and then thread it through, coming down to the right shoulder, twist. And pressing back up. Now we'll swing the legs around. Coming to propped up on your forearms here. So shoulders are nice and wide, pressing strong through those forearms so that you're not sinking into your shoulder blades here. Press that chest up, lug belly in. We're going to start with bicycles. So reaching those legs away, scooping down along the mat, pull that knee in. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch direction. Now we scoop away and pull the knee in. Toes run along the mat, extend and pull that knee in. Like you're pedaling backwards. Keep pressing strong through those forearms. Keep pedaling. 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Quick break. Let's just lower all the way down and lift our hips to a bridge just to stretch it out. And slowly melt that spine back down to your mat. And lifting back up to your forearms. Extending those legs straight up now. You're gonna flutter over, under, and then open wide straddle. And then again, over, under, wide. So the top leg will alternate. Flutter, flutter, open, straddle. Keep pulling belly button back to spine. Keep lifting that chest. Probably feeling this in those hip flexors as well. Inner thighs. Little external rotation of the legs here, so knees are out wide. Last 4. It burns. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hug those knees in. Stretch it out. Shake it out. All right, we're gonna switch your weights to your wrists if you have them. The rain stopped, by the way. Now it's lovely. Glad I decided to do this. Alrighty, so with your feet into the mat, you're gonna be seated tall like this, reaching forward. You're going to tuck that pelvis under, pull belly button back to spine as you round that spine, pull down to your sacrum, plug in those low abs here, and then we alternate opening one arm out wide and back to center, and we switch. Feeling those obliques as you reach to the side. Six, 4, 2, last one, and come up to sit tall. Hunter's home. Alright, same thing. Now arms are just going to reach overhead instead of side to side. So curling down, finding your sacrum, plug belly, and pinkies tap the mat. We alternate reaching up overhead. Slow and controlled. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Alright, now we're going to do a full roll down. So starting with a nice tall spine, reach forward, tuck the tailbone under, start to round the spine, roll down your mat, nice and controlled with your core, all the way down, reach arms overhead. And then from here, lengthening out the legs long. Now we're going to roll up without bent legs. Tucking chin to chest, rolling up to that seated position. It's a little harder without bent legs, so if you want to, you can keep the feet into the mat for a little extra help getting up. So a couple more of those. Tuck and roll under, all the way down to your back. Reach overhead. And roll all the way back up. And one more, roll all the way down. And bringing those arms out wide, feet back into the mat, bent legs. Drop the knees to the left, gaze to the right. Pulling back to center, we switch. And coming onto your left side, just pressing into the mat to lift up. Never mind. Let's go here. Pulling back to center, grabbing those shins. We're going to roll like a ball, start to rock back and forth. Rolling out that spine. And next one, you're going to roll all the way to stand. Alright, finishing up with some arm work. Let's bring those palms back to face your hips, and then flip, turn them up, tap overhead, and then tap the hips. So the base of your wrist, tap each other overhead, and then your wrists. A little swan-like movement with your arms. Soft bend in the knees, thinking about pulling the ribs down and engaging your core. Three, 2, and 1. Arms out wide. Think about holding a doorknob with your hands, and you're turning that doorknob. Open, close, open, close. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We serve the tray forward, palms up, reach out to shoulder height, pull those elbows in, reach, pull in. those triceps already. Or sorry, my biceps. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bent out wide at 90 degrees, this goal post position. Pull in front of your face, open wide. In and out. Burn so quickly. Whew. 8, 6. Last 2. Last one, hold it in front of the face, pulse it up, press those forearms together, feel those pecs. Ooh, shoulders are burning. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop, shake it out. You're gonna hinge forward in a gentle squat here. You're gonna reach those arms back and forward. Press back, reach forward. So palms face up. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Flip those palms face down now. Reach those pinkies together. Squeeze shoulder blades together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip palms up. We just flick like you're tossing a ball up on the ceiling or the sky. Little hinge at the elbow. Flick those wrists at the top. Feel those triceps. Keep pulling belly button back to spine. 3, 2, 1. Last one. We just pulse it up. An inch or 2, small movement. Burning out those triceps for 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. You can take those weights off. All right. And let's pull that right arm across. Looking over the right shoulder, roll out the wrist. And pull that right elbow behind you. Side bend to the left. Release, we switch, left arm across, gaze over the left shoulder. Roll the wrist out. And pull that elbow back behind. Side bend to the right. And release. Alright, and to really calm down our nervous systems here and catch our breath, we're going to finish with standing pigeon, or standing figure 4. So just bringing that right foot up above the left knee and sitting down into that stretch, stretching out that right glute. Hands into prayer and just breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Letting your breath get longer and slower. Gaze at one spot to keep your balance. One more big breath here. And release. We'll switch. Left foot above the right knee. Sit into it. Hands in prayer. And breathe. One more big breath here. and release. Shake it out. We are all done. Thanks again for joining me.